Hello, welcome. I was looking through my Archangel deck here, and I pulled this card and I started reading the message, and it felt like I needed to share this message because it will be relevant for a lot of people around the world. So with that being said, I like to start off with a little 528 hertz here. So with that, the card that I pulled was Archangel Azrael. And let me move this again here so we can see what we're doing. There we go. So I've been talking about going into your solar plexus and your gut feelings and your intuition, and how even when things always are working out in your favor, even if they don't make sense at the time, when we can work with our emotions. Oh yeah, there's Cheddar Biscuit. Hi, come here. Even when we're going through things and they don't make sense at the time, we can look back later, and changing your perspective about things can really help change your mindset and help guide you through some of those emotions that come up, like anger or grief or anything really. And with that being said too, about how self-love, self-compassion, and forgiveness for yourself and others is the key. So with that being said, the message that came out from Archangel Azrael today is transitions. This archangel is known as the angel of death. Azrael isn't at all as scary as his name suggests. In fact, he is perhaps the kindest and gentlest of all of the archangels. Just like the mysterious cloaked guardian leading the way across a treacherous bridge in his card, he is associated with bringing comfort and reassurance in times of intense transition. Azrael not only guides souls that are crossing over, he gently separates the soul from the body at death and sets the spirit free, but he also gives guidance and reassurance to those in counseling professions, like Raphael, who, funny enough, I'll say I was shuffling the deck. That was the card that was at the bottom, and I shuffled it. And I heard bottom of the deck energy, and I looked after I shuffled, it was still Raphael. So it's very fitting. And sorry about the cat, but just like Raphael, Azrael can help your heart to heal in times of loss, grief, and hardship. He's especially present during a bereavement. Azrael can help you release any worries about lost loved ones, and can also act as a messenger, delivering your words and wishes to those. All right, part 3. When we tune into that, and we can pick up these little intuitive nudges and synchronicities, instead of seeing these things as a negative or being stuck in these other loops, which, trust me, I know that is very hard to shift your perspective, but your awareness of it, and if that's something you want to try to do, just your awareness of it can help you transition through those things. For me personally, it's grounding in nature. It's having a bubble bath. And for me, it's a very spiritual bath. I like to add lots of Epsom salts and essential oils and all sorts of good stuff. And for me, I also enjoy journaling, or when I have feelings, describing how it feels in my body, so I can sort of, not get caught up in that thing, but kind of, sit with it and know that everything is working out for me always, even if it doesn't make sense at the time, and just finding the little moments where you can learn from what you've been through so you can carry those messages forward. I need to pick up, this is my gratitude deck. Let's see what message will come out today. This one. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. What are your thoughts about that? Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. We are always being looked after. And we have guardian angels and soul family, ancestors looking out for us all the time. And if we choose to tap into that, brings a whole nother meaning to alone, but not lonely. Okay, I've lost more thoughts, but we'll stop it there for today. Let me know your thoughts. Have a lovely day. I love you. Bye. Okay, just kidding. I'm still here. There was a part 2 of that somewhere and it disappeared. So I think that's, on purpose, because the way this is going to come out now is part 2 is now part 3. So with that being said, I got cut off reading some of this book, and the rest of it I think is pertinent to hereafter of, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. And that goes back to Archangel Azrael can help you release worries about lost loved ones, and can also act as a messenger, delivering the words and wishes to your loved ones and others on the other side. He lets us know that there is much more to life than a purely human existence, and that we still have so much to learn from beyond the grave. He reminds us that rather than human beings having a spiritual experience, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. In this way, perhaps, Azrael could be better described as the angel of everlasting life, rather than the angel of death. Ask him to help you through your personal transitions and wrap his wings around anyone experiencing grief or loss. He'll help comfort and console them so they can find peace. And I think that's a beautiful way to wrap it up. And I was talking about this interview I saw once of a lady who had lost her husband, and she was finding ways through her grief to still connect with him spiritually. And she was talking about neuroscience and quantum physics and things like that. So it's very, very interesting to hear that perspective. And when we're ready and when we're open to that, we have the ability and the courage and the strength to do that as well, because our loved ones are always here with us. When we are feeling a certain emotion about them, or a memory, or a certain scent that comes up and it reminds us of them, it's not for us to be sad about, although that is our natural reaction, and it's mine as well. But just with that knowledge and the courage to know, it's more like they're there to let us know that they're with us, they're protecting us. They might not be physically here, but they're still here with us. And I think that's a beautiful message. And I guess that's going to be it for today, because there's cheddar biscuit. Okay, part 3. I love you. Have a great day. Bye.